Good evening, sir. My name is Peter Ohino Emmanuel. I'm presenting a seminar on the topic differences. I'm presenting a seminar on the topic that says that discuss how risk management differs from risk assessment. Difference between risk assessment and risk management. Introductory aspect. What is risk assessment and risk management? Risk assessment and risk management are both critical components of public health protection. They are interconnected, but they are different in purpose, process, and outcome. When you understand these differences, it leads to enhanced policy development, and also it leads to effective health intervention and planning. Risk assessment. What is risk assessment? Risk assessment is a systemic scientific process used to identify hazards and evaluate potential health risks. It also focuses on understanding the nature and the magnitude of likelihood of risk. It is also purely evidence-based. It relies on epidemiological, toxicological, and environmental data. Steps in risk assessment. Hazard identification. It determines harmful agent and the conditions. Dose response assessment. It evaluates relationship between exposure and health effect. The exposure assessment also measures frequency, duration, and intensity of human contact. Risk characterization. Risk characterization integrates and shows the estimated overall risk level. A decision-making risk management definition. Risk management definition is a decision-making process that uses findings from risk assessment. Those findings that we get from risk assessment, and it is act on public health threat. That is what we call risk management. It also focuses on reducing and controlling and also eliminating the risks. It also involves policy consideration, feasibility analysis, and stakeholders engagement. Steps in risk management. Risk evaluation. It prioritizes risk based on urgency and importance. Selection of control measures. It determines the most effective interventions. We also have implementation. This involves putting policies, regulation, or program into actions. What has been implemented, putting them into action. It also involves monitoring and review. There is continuous evaluation and also ensure effectiveness. It also involves stakeholders engagement. It includes governmental, community, and health institutions. Risk assessment is the scientific objectives. That is their key difference now, both the key difference between risk assessment and risk management. For risk assessment, it is scientific, it is objective, it is analytical, and it is also descriptive. While the risk management is a policy-driven, value-based, action-oriented, and preventive. Those measures, policies that has been brought, or the measures that has been brought together, how they are being used. That is what risk management is all about. It also entails assessment, identifies the risks, management, decide what to do about it. Assessment is science focused mainly, and it also includes socio-economic consideration. Risk assessment driven by specific data, laboratory results, field studies, and statistical models. These are factors influencing each. For risk assessment, it is driven by scientific data, also laboratory results, field studies, or statistical models. All these data that are gotten from research findings or from laboratory test results or from the field of studies, that is what is called risk. That is the factor that is driven by risk assessment. While the factors that is driven by risk management includes it influenced by political climate, economic cost, social values, legal framework, and ethics. Public perception and cultural factors plays a larger role in risk management. Risk assessment outcome, quantities of qualitative or quantitative risk estimate affected by population exposure level, while risk management outcome is the policies, regulation, guidelines, health intervention, and educational programs. Conclusion: risk assessment provides the scientific foundation for understanding the health risks, while risk management transforms scientific evidence into practical action to protect communities. Now, both are essential and contemporary in public health decision making. Thank you.